Hello everyone, and thanks for stopping by my channel. I am working on this, she calls it the Bird's Christmas Carol is what it's called. It says right here, the Bird's Christmas Carol. And so I've glued all the pages together like I showed you in the last, well, not the last video, maybe, I don't remember, but I know that I did. So I went ahead and finished gluing them together. Now this one was a misprint, but the other side was fine. So that's why this is going to be covered with a covered chipboard cover. I don't know what I'm going to put on the cover yet, because I don't know if I want to put the same paper that is used throughout this, because it just, you know, it just kind of is boring, I think. Anyway, so we have, this is a 6-inch page here, and these are 8.5 high. So that gives you an idea of the size of the book. And then these here are pockets, and I've put lace on the back side of the pocket, not the front side, because I thought it would be easier to put a tag in there if the lace was on the back. So we'll see. You could do it either way, I guess. So here's the pages as we go, and I think there's 7 pages. It could be more. I haven't counted them. So, you know, like there's 2 pages to each one to make 1 page. So it's kind of weird. There's another pocket here, and a page there, another page here. Now see, did I get that twice? Because, yeah, I used that twice. It's kind of hard to remember. Okay, this one was one that I did in the very first try, and that one, the lace is in the behind. So whatever I put in here, I'll have to maybe put it big enough to stand out. Now, most of this is not for journaling here. The journaling space will be what's ever in these pockets. You know, I could even take coffee dyed paper and fold it, and you would have a whole page to journal in if you wanted. But you could journal little spots around too. I'm going to put some pockets and stuff on also. Whoop, a little bit out of shape in that one. Then here's another one here. So I'll just stop right here. But yeah, so all the pages have their little pockets. Then I found this little frame in that kit that I got from Hobby Lobby, which I don't like the paper, but the ephemera is very nice. So this was just a picture frame. This is part of the picture frame, and I just covered it with some what do you call it, vellum behind. So I'm just going to glue this on. I have this tag ready. I just have to sew around it, put a back on it, and yeah. And I put, this is a ruffled trim that I have right here. And so I ruffled it up, and then I put one of my little charms on here that has this, you know, turquoise color, but it blends really well with this green, I think. And if I don't think it will, I can always change it out. So let me just glue this down real quick. As it is, I'm having a horrible time with glue. I don't know if it's cold weather or what. You know, this room gets, at night, you know, when, like, I think we were 40 last night. So this room gets pretty cold. And So I think my glues maybe don't act right. I haven't had problem with glue for quite a while, since I've changed over to the Barely Arts glue. I tried to get my art glitter glue bottle open. I couldn't get it open. So, and I'm hoping that, you know, I shouldn't check because it'll break it. I might have to cut it down. Oh, there's that little edge in there, I bet, from the... Yeah, once it gets stiff enough, it'll fit. Otherwise, I can cut it down. Okay, so that's what's going on right now. I'm trying to get this finished. I think it's a fun little journal. I think, you know, to put some memories in, you could put in here greeting cards that you received, special ones you wanted to keep. You could keep all your receipts for Amazon orders. You could make a list of items that you're buying for, you know, people. And, I mean, most of them have something on them, but like this one could be easily done with, you know, to write on. And this one here, I have left this available for writing. It's the last page. Okay. So I stick that in there. I watched a video of Kathy's garden. It was a while back, I don't know. And she did this thing with these small envelopes. I never find a use for these, but I thought this idea was great. And I also have this one, just to show you. Like this size here, you know, could sit on a page like up and down, vertical. I thought it was going to fit because I thought it was, this page was going to be 6 inches, but I don't know what it is. It must not be 6, because I think the envelope is 6. They're like 6 by 3. Let's check. Oh, mine's 6.5 by 3.5. Okay. So this is probably definitely 6. Yeah, it's 6. Close enough. Yep. And I think that it's like 8.5 high. 8.25. Okay. So then I found this little envelope, and this is not a good page to show this. Okay, so this envelope, I could put this way in the journal and put tags in there, or I could just, you know, add this like that, or I could add a hinge and hinge it over to this side. Okay, but it's going to be a different kind of pocket, sort of. I hope it works. So let me put this over here. Let's do this one first. This is the one that she started with. So your flap, the first thing you do is glue it down, this flap. Not in here, just on the edge of the flap, I think. Okay. Now we're going to, this is so easy, we're going to put paper on there. So I did a few, let's see, what did I, oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. Lost my shoe under the table. It's like cold. I did some Roxy's pages, her collages, because they have kind of the same tone that this has. Like these three had kind of the same tones. And this was from her green kit, I believe. And it's not really right, so we're not going to use that one. But you can't tell until you print them out exactly what they look like. All right, so let's see. I could, for this one, I could do that on the top. I don't think I want that much pink. Actually, I don't know what page I'm going to put it on. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. I'll just make it and see what happens. So, I really like that flower showing there. Let me just open this real quick just to see. I feel like these pages need to have a tab because they're thick. I don't know, that flower's not quite that good. That might look good on this page. Okay. Let's do it for this page with these flowers. I also like this section too, because I think that all would go. Let me check this one out. Decisions. Maybe that would be better on that one. Then I could add something to it. I have my phone on silent because it rings all day long. Okay, so this is going to be on your left side. Keep the flap on the left. And then I'm going to, I think I'm going to use this up here on the front. So just going to see if I can rip this without having to cut it with scissors. Usually going to say usually it cuts bigger when you do it with the envelope on. Let me see if I can move that out and just save all your little chunks. I don't know why, but I never have anything that I want. All right, I'm going to make sure this side is lined up because this side we're going to trim off. So, I believe. Well, you know what? I don't know how it's going to work out because we're going to be having the opening over here, I think. So, all right, I'm just gonna put a little ink on here. I think this side's gonna be cut down, so I didn't really need ink there. I wasn't gonna use ink on this journal, but then it kind of really looked good with it. Okay, make sure that's on that side. We're going to glue this down, and I think I'll put a little glue stick in the middle just in case it tries to lift up. You could sew around this piece if you wanted. I'm not sure you can sew it after. So I hope everybody's doing well and enjoying the weather change. I know you think you want it to be cold and then it gets cold and you go, what was I thinking? Of course, we'd love it to be fall, all year round, or spring. One of those two seasons. Well, I mean, darn it. Get a little bit closer to that edge. Yeah. So, I mean, at my age, you want it to be those kind of days. If I was a teenager, I'd want it to be summer all year. Okay. Now we are going to cut off. So I'm going to have to cut it off this side because I won't be able to tell on that side. I'm going to cut a little sliver out of here off the right side of the envelope. And oh, I think I need to glue down a loose. Yep. When you coffee dye them, they fall apart a lot of times. And I bought some more of these. I mean, I've probably had them 5 years. But I bought another pack. And they weren't the V kind. They were straight across. So I hardly ever use them. Because they just don't have the same look. Okay. Now, we can open this. Nope, we're going to open this. Okay. So now we're going to... Okay. We need to cover the inside, but... I guess it's this side we need to cover. How could I do this wrong? I've just... Yep, this is the part we need to tear. So, I put it on the wrong side. Okay. I cut it on the right side, but... Alright, let's just find something else to put on this side. I guess if you do both sides, you're safe. No. Okay. Being kind of quiet here because I don't know why it went the wrong way. I tell you, I think my mind is not, it doesn't do well with direction. Like, yet I know where I am, like when I'm driving or something, I know I'm going east or west by where other things are. I know the difference of, but when it comes to other things, I get so confused. I feel like that should be a little bit shorter. I like that ripped edge. Okay. This is upside down. I guess I should put it this way, just in case. All right. Find my glue stick. I had to go, where did I go? Oh, I went and got my hair cut finally. Oh my gosh, it's getting ridiculous. I just haven't felt like going anywhere or doing anything. So I made up my mind to go get my hair cut. Well, right where I get my hair cut is, you know, a couple blocks from where I get my hair cut. Or Hobby Lobby. I'm sorry. Hobby Lobby's a couple of blocks away. And I thought, well, I'm gonna give it a try and see if I can stand up long enough to go in there. And I made it, but I got to the end where you get in line, and then there's always somebody's got to hold up the line, do a price check or something. So anyhow, I got 2 new punches because these ones I get at Hobby Lobby are the best punches I've ever bought, and they're by their company, Studio something. It's not a brand. I mean, it's their brand, Paper Studio. But they weren't on sale. But you know what? I just went ahead and paid for them because those 2 punches I bought online are horrible. Okay, I'm sorry. This is taking a really long time. All right. So now we have to do the inside. And I know that she could see where she was going to rip, so she must have, yeah, did the back. Okay. So I have, these were from Pink Monarch Prints. It's a Christmas scene. And I had these. This is actually the, what do you call it? Journal card. And I just printed them on regular paper to have some more Christmas variety. Now it's upside down again. What the heck? That is so... Okay. That's okay. I got it. No fear. All right, so we're going to lay this down inside here. And glue it in. Now, it doesn't have to be as wide, but you want it to, you know, be down there. Oh, I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay. So now I'm going to take this and glue it in. It doesn't have to be glued everywhere. It just needs to be glued close to the edge there. I hope y'all watched Kathy's video. Then you would know what I'm doing. But I wanted to make it. I thought it was such a cute idea. Okay, so now that's glued. And of course, she let hers dry, but I don't have the time for that. So she said to rip it going inside, which is kind of hard to do, but I don't know if I can do it in the camera. Yeah, it's kind of hard to, maybe I should go from, no, gotta keep going this direction. Oh my goodness, I think my paper is just thick. I'm gonna have to go the other way, at least around this. Oh, there we go. It doesn't have to be right on. It doesn't have to be right on the V, if you can see that. That's where I ripped. And I had to rip it from the inside so that it wouldn't have the white edge. Okay, so okay. All right, so that's upside down. Okay, I'm just going to turn off this video. Oh, it's not going upside down now. Okay, I guess I just, like I said, I can't tell upside down from right side up anymore. It might have been easier to tear if I had let it dry. I'll have to fix that. But anyway, so there is that's the way it goes. So the pocket's going to be on this side, which is what I thought was going to be on the other side, but it's on this side. So we're okay though. So then I would have to find a place in the book to put this. I thought I could do another decoration here. Let me just look to see. I have all of these that I cut out. Oh yeah, see, she would look cute. These are all out of tailor-made journals. I think she, or I think that's a boy, he. Looking for non-red. And that one needs a lot of cutting out where it's white. She looks cute there though. I think they both look cute. There's so many of these in, they're German, they're called German scraps or something. And there's so many pieces that come with the kit. I didn't even cut them all out yet. No, I like that one there. So let me put a little bit of ink. I just cut these out on regular paper. I don't think I have any ink left on my dauber. There's a little. So I can put him there, and I was planning to add lace on this side. I could make this a flip. I could do it this way. And this envelope would fit on that side, and then if you flip it, you could write on that that side. Okay, I like that idea. See if I can find one that I don't mind covering up. I feel like I'm going to either do one of the smaller pages, ephemera, or the big page. You know, I mean, every page will have something. Could put it there. So that would be, no, I don't want to put a flip there. Okay, if I can put it on this side, that way it would flip over there. I don't know. I think I'll just flat out put it on here on this shorter side. And just put this, but I was going to put some lace across the back side. So let's see what I got. I don't know if this will hold. I've been using the, where'd you go? Oh, where'd it go? You know, the sticky tape right there. This was, Kathy showed me how to do this, and a lot of times I just don't think about it to do it, but it works really well. It holds that lace like nobody's business. Okay. I guess that's going to be okay. It doesn't look like there's much difference. Here I go again. I think I want it to stick out a little bit more than that. All right. Need to put this on, and I think I'll move it up, and so I could put a label or something at the bottom. I was going to do a second one, but I don't know. As long as it took me to do this one. Cute. All right, and so down at the bottom, let's see if I have a... One has to be a smaller one. Well, I think gosh, I wish some of these were a little smaller. I could have printed 2 to a page is what I should have done. But, you know, until you print them out, you really don't know how big. Sometimes I can tell, especially on tags, you know, if they've already got like 6 tags on that page, they're going to be small tags. If there's only 3, then you know you're getting good size tags. So you can decide what to do. No, that wouldn't look good there, even if it was smaller, I don't think. Let me see if I have any. Okay, let's see if there's anything in this little thing. I like that kind of brown tone. I like this one too. Well, let me see. Well, that should be hanging from the top. I love this little post. That's kind of nice, I think. Maybe I should use the green. Okay, I think I don't know what I think, but I think I like that little banner. I guess I could come back and add to it. And I was going to look for my, what do you call those things? The little foam things to lift up, to give it that, I guess it would be 2-dimensional or 3-dimensional dimensional. So that would like pop out a little bit. But I didn't look for them. I kind of think I think I know where they are. I just kept holding on to them for all these years. Tell you, it seems like time just is blowing by. Okay, so make sure I get it there. Pretty straight. Okay, I think that's okay. I think I could have straightened it up a little bit. So I was wondering if I could put something over the foot, but I don't know. If I need something down here, I'll try to find something else at one point. Okay, so let me just grab these really quick. I just made this little pouch to hold these little pieces of ephemera for Christmas. I don't know how many journals I'll do for Christmas, but I'm liking this one. Okay, is that where I was going to put that? I think I was. So I think I'm just going to glue it all the way down. Let me take this little edge here off. Okay. I like that little piece of paper too, darn it. Oh well. You know, if you made the same things over and over for journals, you would, you know, remember how to do it. But I probably won't do this again for years, if that. And I'm going to put it on here too. And that's the problem. And I'm not very good at mask making and have them pre-done because I don't know what I want where. Okay, we gotta make sure where the page is. Okay. So all we need in there is a journal card. That's kind of short. Let me see. I think these are the same size. I love how she put flowers with Christmas, you know. Oh, I'm sure I had, there was other. I get this all cleaned up and then I come back and it's, oh, those are two. I don't like that one with it. I know I had another piece of paper. I pulled it all out before I started. Lots of extra pages. this one. Oh, my goodness. Because I don't know. I hate cutting around these little borders. Okay, so I thought I could cut this down, but I don't really think I want that. So I think I'll just make a card of my own. Let's see this. I might be able to get all of this. I think it's going to take me a while to finish this, because unless I do all the center ones, you know, the pockets in the middle, maybe I'll just use paper, different kinds of paper. Like that. Right. Okay, I just marked it. I guess that's the mark. No. Oh, yes it is. Okay, look. So that gives me what I need in here, I think. And that'll be nice sticking out. And then I think I'll put a tab on this side so it's easier to pull it out. And you can journal on the other side. So this yeah, I think it turned out cute. There's no mistakes in this. No mistakes. I've got this one here too to put somewhere. Oh, it's already got one there. That barely fits, so I have to put that on. It looks pretty on there because it's got that same color blue. In fact, it might be the same page. Yeah, it is. All right, I'm going to put that there. I know you can't read the poem, but all right, I think I'll just glue this on these two sides, and that can be a tuck if I want it that way. If I, you know, don't need it for that, I can always just glue it all the way down. Kind of go to the inside a little bit so that if I do want to put a journal card back there, I can. Yeah, even know what time it is. Oh, 50 minutes. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed watching that. If you know, not everybody watches. A lot of you do watch Kathy's garden, and there's people that don't. And if I want to put it in one of my journals, I just want to do it. I don't want to have to not make it because she made it. You know what I mean? So, all right. So I guess that's it for today. And then I'll get these stitched around and covered. And then see how many more pieces of ephemera that I want to use. Because I just kind of like these kids. Where did they go? Need another folder. But some of these, you know, I could just put on the page. I wish I had, I don't know, there's something about some people who can just lay it down and then they put book. Oh, here's a corner pocket I made. Oh, they put down some ripped paper. Oops, I tore it the wrong way. I don't care for that design, but let's see. Maybe she's a little too big to have this. Now, all right, you guys, I have to let you go. I just, let's see. Probably need a couple pieces of paper. Like a book page. I am going to take some coffee filters and try to ruffle them. I'm not sure how to go about it, but I don't know. I'll think about it. All right, guys. You have a great day. I'm just going to go ahead and work on this a little bit and see if I come up with something that I like. Okay. Have a great day. Bye.